Hi, Jeffrey Langlois, Langlois Vital Nutrition Center here in Brookfield, Wisconsin. Our mission is to help you improve your health naturally by helping to educate you so you can be smarter to take care of your health, because your health is your responsibility, not your doctor's, unless you break your arm or your leg or something like that. Okay, today's topic is one that's near and dear to my heart. Amazing story. In my world, one of the greatest geniuses of the last 100 years. In my world of health. So we have a piece of equipment here. I'm going to start with the original older version of the says here, endocardiograph. This would record the sounds of your heart. You go to a doctor, a cardiologist, they look at the electrical EKG. This says nothing, I shouldn't say nothing, but we're using this for nutrition to help you improve your nutrition, to make your heart stronger, better functioning. So we're not looking at heart disease at all, but we're looking at the health of the heart. So I remember watching high-end race cars, like those Formula One ones that they take on those curvy racetracks, and how the mechanic would take a stethoscope and listen to the sound of the engine and maybe the valves opening and closing, but listening to the sound to fine-tune the engine. Think of this like this. This records the sounds of your heart, and it records sounds that are not audible. So your doctor takes a stethoscope and listens to the sounds of your heart, and this does the same thing. Now we have the modern version here. This is hooked up to a computer, and it just is listening to the sounds of your heart, including non-audible sounds, okay? So by doing that, you can improve your nutrition, and I'm going to give you proof of the amazing changes in the most important muscle in your body, which is the heart. It beats 100,000 times a day. So if that muscle's working better, it would make sense that all your other muscles are working better. So this is the inventor, one of the greatest. He had about over 70 patents. His name is Dr. Royal Lee. There he is with his flour mill that he invented. And one of my favorite quotes of his, one of the biggest tragedies of human civilization is the precedence of chemical therapy over nutrition. It's a substitution of artificial therapy over natural, of poisons over food, in which we are feeding people poison in trying to correct the reactions of starvation. Dr. Royal Lee was a dentist, January 12, 1951. Okay, he invented this. He also had patents for our automobiles and our airplanes. He was right here. The really cool thing is he was right here in Wisconsin. He had his first engineering building on Wisconsin Avenue. Pretty sure there's a picture in here. Wisconsin Avenue was his first building. Oh, there we go. That's Wisconsin Avenue. He bought that house, had his engineering company in the basement while he was in dental school, and rented out the rooms to the other students. He became a dentist. He developed the Army's first silencer. But all of our automobiles, that's called the Speed Governor. I don't really understand engines, but he developed that and had patents on that. So very successful engineer. So here we go. All right, this is right here in the office. Just a couple weeks ago, we had one of the national trainers for this, as we're getting smarter and smarter at this thing and learning how to use it to help you improve your nutrition again, our version of it. So here we have a staff member, and this is what a graph would look like, okay? So this is the first test, and that was done at 2:31 p.m. on March 24th, okay? There is the staff member's heart, okay? Now, this is what it should look like down here, okay? Nice and clean, kind of a boom. It pauses for a moment. And then it relaxes and it fills with blood. Okay, this is hers right here. Doesn't really look anything close to that. All she did was we did the test about 30 minutes later. So we go from 2:31 p.m. to 2:57 p.m. So exactly, what's that, 26 minutes? She took 2 Cataplex B core, B vitamins, very important for the nerve, the signaling to the heart. And she took 2 cardiotrophin PMG. She chewed them up. 3 of these. 2 of these. So Cataplex B core looks like this. Ta-da. That's the B vitamins. Notice the color. That's food, okay? That's not a yellow vitamin made in a factory, okay, or bought at the health food store. This is actually foods. And then we have the cardiotrophin PMG, which is actually DNA. In the old days, people ate heart, they ate kidney, they helped liver. This is the DNA to help your body replicate and build new tissue. So your body's always rebuilding and repairing itself. She took 3 of these, 2 of the Cat B core. The test was run again 26 minutes later, and this is pretty dramatic. As you can see, the middle graph here, how much stronger this is, and also how it's closed up. They're closer together, so the rate of her heart and the rhythm of her heart is stronger. These are higher across here. They're getting closer to this. So if you just take like this one right here and you go down to here and you see what it should look like. So if you just take one of these and you go down, or you take the third one over here, from here to here to here. It's always backwards on the camera, but you look here, you look here, and you look here. This is what it should be. This is what it was after chewing those tablets. Chew them, get them into the body. 26 minutes later, the heart eats first. Royal Lee said the heart eats first. Now that makes sense. If it's beating 100,000 times a day and your biceps are just sitting there, like right now mine are just basically sitting there, my biceps are like, I don't need any food. And if there's a limited supply of nutrition, guess who gets it first? Your heart gets it first. Why? Because it's beating once a second in general. So you chew up really good food that feeds your heart, and voila, we can see it scientifically improve in 26 minutes. This is amazing. The reason he invented this is to prove that nutrition changed and improved the heart. So, 1937 is kind of mind-boggling, and it's still valid and amazing today. Modern version hooked up to a computer. There you go. Feed your heart, feed it better, get it measured. I'm always talking about you got to measure, you got to test yourself, you got to get your hair test. You got to get maybe measure your glucose. Whoops, I can't use this one. It's got somebody's name on the other side. You get your hair test. You can measure your own glucose. You can get your food sensitivities done. Get your heart measured, okay? It's so inexpensive. Do it right here in the office, and you're going to get valuable information to give you a higher quality of life, okay? See ya.